How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Michael Thurville, photojournalist and sociologist here at VEDA World News. Now, today we are at the NRA Convention 2026 right here in Houston, Texas, and I have someone very special right here. Sir, tell them who you are.
Hello, everybody. My name is Huey Laugesen, and I am one of your newest elected board members, and am, in fact, the youngest ever NRA board member in the organization's history.
Really? What is that like?
It's pretty, it's a thrill, I'll tell you what.
Really?
It sure is, yeah. It's exciting to be here working at the board level with the other directors to turn this organization back in the right direction. And
now, when you, I didn't mean to cut you off, but when you say turn this organization back around in the right direction, what direction is that?
In the direction of being most effective at defending our freedoms here.
Okay.
In the U.S., especially our Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms.
Understood. And for the younger demographic here in America, what are you guys doing to attract them?
Well, we are working our way out of the technological stone age as we speak. We are switching from all mail magazines to almost all digital magazines, except for if somebody really wants to have a mail magazine, then you can still receive a mail magazine, but for the most part we're switching over to digital so that people are getting their magazine delivered to their phone, which is where the younger generation's eyeballs live. So we're doing that. We're working on increased social media presence. We are working on a Refuse to be a Victim. We're working with Turning Point USA to bring the Refuse to be a Victim program to college campuses across the U.S. To equip young women and students with the tools and the skills that they need to defend themselves.
And that is very important because, as you well know, there is a string of violence going across many college campuses right here, you know, even here in Houston and elsewhere around the country. Let me ask you, with the Refuse to be a Victim program, what are the requirements for one to get into that?
It's a great question. I don't actually have the list of requirements to get into that off the top of my head right now. But in terms of, you know, wanting to use firearms and practice with firearms and that sort of stuff, of course you have to be somebody who's legally allowed to do that sort of thing.
And final questions, I don't want to take too much of your time here. What are your plans for the next 3 to 5 years being a board member for the NRA? Which direction? I know you did say that you want to get more into the young generation, going from print to digital. Got it. But where do you see the NRA as an organization in 3 to 5 years?
Well, I hope to see a dramatic increase in the NRA's presence in state and local politics, legislatures, and courthouses. Those are the really critical battlegrounds where the vast majority of infringements on Americans' Second Amendment freedoms are really occurring, is in state legislatures especially. I run the Colorado State Shooting Association.
Really?
That's the official state association of the NRA in Colorado. And our rights are under siege in Colorado. We have, since 2013, there was a high capacity magazine ban. You can't have any magazines over 15 rounds. And since then, it's just been a litany of attack after attack after attack on our gun rights. Excise taxes, permit to purchase schemes, waiting periods, age increases for the minimum age to purchase rifles and ammunition, and permitting schemes for gun stores that already are federally licensed to sell guns. Now they have to get a state license and fulfill much more stringent requirements for the state to be able to legally operate in the state of Colorado. And those are just a few examples of the many restrictions that the state of Colorado has pushed on Colorado gun owners over the last few years, and we're not the only state in the union going through stuff like this. You see what's going on in Virginia right now as well. and that is really where these Second Amendment fights are occurring.
Understood.
And so I would like to see a dramatic increase in the NRA's presence in these battlegrounds. You know, they're there already, but we need a greater presence.
Now, for those that are looking to follow the NRA on Instagram, is it NRA Foundation? What is it? What is the hashtag markup, link, or the handle for Instagram?
I believe it's just NRA.
Okay.
At NRA.
At NRA it is. You ladies and gentlemen heard it here first. We hope to see you on the next segment. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you.